Okay, we are here in part 4. I told you I'd see you here, and I literally haven't even moved. I just picked up another deck of cards. All right, so we've had a really expansive reading. We've had a lot of shared energies as far as what's kind of coming through is that the masculine's going through this alchemical process of almost just realizing that his dreams are possible. It's been very transmuted. With the feminine, she's been holding down the process of this bridge to this new earth while kind of realizing, the nostalgia of letting go of the past, okay? So, and I will say that within this energy, I think that, the fear of change can be really prominent at times, and that can take us into the fear of lack of what if it was the same way that it was going to be before. And, it's just like, yeah, we can stay in that mindset, or we can look forward as to how can this be different, and how can I, again, hold not just the vision of what's moving forward, but the reality of it. Another video I watched the other day, it was just like, when we fall in love with the person who is in front of us, and we want to love them as they are, because there's no guarantee that anything will ever change. They could stay the same. Now, it's not our nature not to change. However, some people like to really stay comfortable and in the realm of not change. But we're also falling in love with the potential and the movement forward and the dreams and the visions of what it is that can be created together. And I think the more we get mindful of that process within ourselves and within our, our co-creators, whether union energies or not, the more we do that bridge work, and the more likely it is for us to manifest this higher reality. Okay, so what is the Lemurian energy, the summary of all of this coming forth for the feminine? Well, we got 2 cards popping out. And what about for the masculine? What are we feeling for him? Okay, and what is this shared energy for the 2 of them as bringing it all together? All right, I love it when we get the same cards over and over again. Okay, so I'm pretty sure these came up in a reading not super long ago, almost together. All of these feel very familiar. So for the feminine, soul star chakra merging with the divine, okay? This is big stuff, all right? Meditate on the idea that everything that ever was and ever will be is happening simultaneously right now across multiple dimensions, all right? Now, I'm just seeing if there's anything else in the back of the card I want to share more directly. When we simply let go, we become all that we have been and glimpse the greater dream. Okay, so this is a great theme for what we've been seeing in this reading, all right? Because it is that expansive vision while being present with the current self, and it's also being present with the past self. Now, everything that has been and ever will be already exists. If we've thought it exists somehow, somewhere. All right? And I'm always curious as to how we can play with our own timelines energetically. Every decision that we make is going to impact, what it is that we're moving forward and forth with. Okay, so the other card that came up is Reclaim Your Energy. All right? Kickstart the upward spiral to abundant energy and soul presence, all right? Transform your life by choosing healing and self-empowerment. Okay, so I feel like this is an invitation for the feminine to come back to ourselves. If you are projecting anything out with the masculine specifically, then maybe it's time to look at that and reclaim yourself, take back your energy so that you can direct your energy in the current. Moving forward. I'm getting an image of the stream right now, and it's just you're not getting stuck in a little mud pond. You've got to keep flowing. You've got to keep moving towards this greater purpose in this new earth. And just looking at these 2 energies together, I would say that, these really kind of, they feel supportive of another. The reclaiming of the soul star chakra is the reclaiming of the self. Reclaim your true divine essence. All right, so now we're working with the masculine here, and he's got the Earth Star Chakra, all right? Soul Star Chakra, Earth Star Chakra, okay? This is of both worlds, right? honor what it is that the man is bringing forth. I think I said to my partner just yesterday of like, my current partner in co-creation, I said, he was like, oh, well, you could just do this. And I go, no, I can't. That's not what I do. I am not of this earth. Like, I'm on this earth, but I am not of this earth. And he's like, oh, that makes more sense to me. And of course we know that I'm a Halian, and a starseed, and an intuitive, and all of these pieces. But there's just some things that I have now surrendered to being like, I don't need to learn that skill set. It is not helpful for me to spend time doing this thing that I won't. I can learn a little bit about it, and I can understand a fundamental of how it works, but ultimately, it's not my medicine. It's not my tool. My tool is deepening more into these other places so that I can continue to bring that down, because those are my gifts and mine offering. Now, my partner, he is of this world, right? So in that regard, he's got things to show me as I have things to show him. And we've seen this throughout this spread, right? That we've got a lot of as above, so below energies, okay? So we're really taking in this. Now with the Earth Star chakra for the masculine, you're standing at a gateway into the unknown with trust in your heart, ancient remembering in your soul, and inner illumination to light the way. All right, you have access to the seed of creation, the spark of existence, and the codes to hold blueprints of who and what we are. This place is clear and grounded despite moving through multidimensional realms and able to bridge worlds while functioning in physical reality. The higher you reach for the divine and realms of spirit, and more important, the higher you reach for the divine realms of spirit, the more important it is for you to deeply anchor to the earth. Okay, so this is the alchemical process of the masculine and feminine right now. All right, we have to trust and anchor in not only within ourselves, but with each other. It is important to ground. You know, again, we tune, if I'm not reading this externally and internally, you've got earth and soul. We've got to run the energy. I might post a meditation of the process of how to run energy. The card that came up and is an ongoing theme right now is freedom, all right? And the freedom says, means living life as you choose with your wings and heart open, okay? Able to direct your reality as you want. The quest for freedom seems innate. You may picture freedom in the more extreme guises, but when we are truly free, our lifestyles might not change drastically. Limitation is a state of mind. The only change might be choosing to live a certain way rather than feeling obligated. A shift of perspective can bring lightness and choice. In the bigger picture, what does freedom look like to you? If you are feeling stifled, it is up to you to make a change. Okay? So, yes, this message of freedom is huge. You know, how do we step forward more towards what we want and maintain the freedom of what it is that we're cultivating? Okay? So this is good stuff. All right. I think our last 3 cards, if only 3 come out. So we're doing the Shamanic Oracle, because those were the Lemurian energies, and I feel like they're very, they are ancient. This is the things that guide them. And our Earth is also ancient, so we connect to this. So that, I feel like Lemuria is of the skies, and the Shamanic Oracle is of the Earth. And that's why I always try to do both to kind of ground it in and sum it up, because it's important. All right, so for the feminine, we get the eagle and truth. All right, number 12. All right. Okay, and for the masculine, we get sacred space. And for the shared energy of them both. All right. I got 2 out because it felt like they both wanted to come. So for the feminine, truth. For the masculine, sacred space. And then we get masculine energy and creativity. All right, so here what I'm getting, you know, we've got this fire-water combo. We also have this overflowing of cups that overflows into the sea. I feel like there's some good foundations, like the truth of sacred space is cultivated between the masculine and feminine. All right, and yeah, and even as I hold these cards, it's like, oh, we've got sky and earth, right? We've got this you know, if this is the feminine, this is the masculine, like we do have this kind of reversal type of energy going on. So to conclude this reading, we've learned a lot. There's like so many cards on the table right now, and I'm honestly feeling a little tired and excited simultaneously. We're doing really deep alchemy within ourselves right now, as within our inner masculines and feminines. We're working, you know, with the internal realities and the external realities, and they are starting to match more and more. The most important thing within this dynamic is that we come back to ourselves and we continue to create this truth within us. So it's coming, the sacred space, the true sacred space is being in that truth. And I think I mentioned that with that trajectory of the feminine. It's okay to have fears. It's okay to have stuff come up within the process. That doesn't mean the process needs to stop. We still have this desire to grow, to move forward, all right? And it is the truth of like moving through these different realms of consciousness that impact that. So I celebrate you all very deeply for the journey that you are on, that we are all on. You're not alone in it. Please reach out or comment down below as to how any of these videos resonated with you, if anything stuck out, what your own process is. I think that the more we share our stories, the more clear many things become. So, yeah, keep on trucking on. I don't know that this month is... wouldn't say that it's heavier, but there's a denser component that's moving forth, so that it can be transmuted. And, you know, over the last few months, there's been a lot of these like 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, you know, World cards. Like a lot of these major manifestation cards have been showing themselves. And I really do believe that we're at a time where our inner reality and our outer reality are starting to align, because we're here to do the work. And if you are on the path of sacred union, and some of us that's just happening within, and for some of us that does show up as an external partner, always be alive and ready for the plot twists that can come forth. I know that it's not easy at times. I've really struggled on my own path. I think that's where it's nice to reach out. You don't have to do it alone. Reach out to other intuitives, to other healers, to your community members, to people who can, you know, come to this frequency with you. Go to therapy, work with karmic healers, pranic healers. There's a lot of really great healers out there, and if you're having trouble finding one, I've collected a great deal of them in my toolkit over the years. And you know, I don't work with every single one of them all of the time. Each of them have different medicines at different moments, but I am very grateful for how they've helped facilitate my journey every step of the way. And you are not alone. You are capable. You are strong. You're here doing the work, and you deserve to be celebrated for that. So I wish you many blessings on your journey today and always. And yeah, please stay tuned for more videos. I don't think I'm going to stop doing these. So stick around. Toodaloo. Oh.